So Meta has Facebook has gone down from almost 400 to now under $100 a share. Now, when it started, it was around 30-ish dollars many years ago. The revenue, the earnings at that time was very low. So when you look at all the things that the status right now is a lot of people use Facebook. They still use the ads and everything. Apple has put some privacy settings that are restricting Facebook advertisement and all that, and its revenues have gone down. They're projecting $10 billion less this year because of those restrictions from Apple, iPhones and others. But even with all of this $100 or under $100 is a fairly good entry point. Now, at some point, Mark Zuckerberg will have to understand that it's a publicly traded company and people who are investors needs to be heard. It's not just that you can go do whatever you want to because you're no longer a kindergarten student playing in your backyard. So something has to happen, and I think at some point, even next week, I'm thinking it's going to go 5 to 10% up if the markets will not crash or something. But at the moment, it's very difficult to really see where the market is going because there is so much noise around us right now. The New Year is coming, the Christmas rally, and all of that is there. But at the same time, there can be tax loss selling season. And then there are things like inflation at the moment. Interest rates are going up. Growth will be reduced, and there are warnings from Kathy Wood and others as to Fed's policies might restrict growth. And Kramer is not very optimistic about. Actually, he wasn't really optimistic or pessimistic. He was just disappointed at what Zuckerberg and others have done at Facebook or Meta. In any case, it seems to me like Meta is a good entry point, but then there are always risks. There was a time when Baba and Neo and all these Chinese stocks were flying high, but for some reason it seems that they are still innovative. They're still selling, but the policies of Chinese government have restricted their stock prices to a bare minimum. Like it's not trading where it should be. Baba's earnings, if you look at it, and everything, Alibaba's earnings is very high, but when you look at the market cap, this is similar to what China has done with yuan for such a long time, and the Western economies were pressuring China to adjust its policies around its currency. Something similar, it seems, happening to the Chinese companies right now because the Chinese government is. In any case, Facebook seems like a good entry point. Baba and Chinese stocks are very affordable right now, but there are other risks that will force people to think twice before entering or starting a position in these. Oil is very high. I don't see oil, a lot of potential for oil. I mean, if the world economy is slowing and in 10 years' time there will be fewer gasoline cars and more electric cars, then there will be some impact on oil prices. And the oil companies cannot just go up and up, and their stock prices can't just keeps on going up. However, there are bulls who think that oil has a very rosy picture ahead of it. Any case, Facebook, I think, is a good buy at the moment. Uber and Lyft, they are okay too. Shopify. Now, this is another interesting thing that Shopify last quarter, it seems everything is going against them, and suddenly their earnings came and things start improving. Their stock prices start going up, not as much as they were when it was like 200 or before the split 2000, but it's going up instead of going down. So Shopify's earnings were better and market took it in a better way than Facebook or others. Apple, for some reason, those who use iPhone and MacBook and others, they would know that Apple products are definitely quality-wise much better than its rivals. So there is no real competition when it comes to quality for Apple products. So Apple is definitely something that probably will continue to grow unless they make a huge blunder. But Apple leadership is very conservative. They're very sane. They are not taking risks. They don't have an Elon Musk or Zuckerberg on top of them anymore. They used to, in the form of their founder, Steve Jobs, when he was taking a lot of risks in the beginning. But this leadership right now under Cook is very conservative, and they are making sure that they do listen to the investors and the market, and they don't produce anything that will be radically different or create problems for them or their stocks.